Hi, my name is Julianne, and today I'm going to be doing my April wrap-up. This month I read 3 books, which was less than I wanted to, but it's finals, and so kind of been focused on that. So the first book that I read this month was Parable of the Sour by Octavia E. Butler. This book I had to read for my science fiction class. So first of all, this was written back in like the 80s, I believe, so I kind of felt this is more dystopian than science fiction. But it does definitely have some science fiction elements. It takes place in the future in like 2024. It follows this girl Lauren and kind of like her journey with, first of all, existing in this world, and then also kind of like her faith and like kind of like religion. I don't want to say too much, but stuff to do with that. I thoroughly enjoyed the story. I am a sucker for like dystopian novels where the people have to like go on the road and they're like traveling cross country. I just love those types of stories, and that's what this was. It's a very interesting story. It was very compelling. It's also really dark, so don't go into this thinking it's happy. The cover though makes this look like a contemporary. It's not by any standards. It's not some fun light read. It's a very heavy dark book, but it is worth the read. And this is, you know, a book I'm glad that I was forced into reading because I don't think I would have picked it up. So after that, I decided to jump into this book that I was so excited to buy. Here's the story. I had to go to Barnes & Noble and buy, you know, books for my science fiction class. I was getting like Neuromancer, and I had my backpack with me. I put it down on the ground. I go to bend down to pick up my backpack, and I see this title for the book. I was like, wait, that title sounds very interesting. And it's Just One Damn Thing After Another. I saw this title, I was like, what the heck is this book about? I read the summary, and it sounded amazing. And let me tell you, it is amazing. This title basically describes the book, okay? It is just one damn thing after another. I loved it so much. So this book is about time travel. I had so much like Timeless vibes from this. Also Jurassic Park vibes. This follows this woman, Max, like her last name is Maxwell, so everyone calls her Max. She gets hired to become a historian, and by historian they mean time traveler. And so she goes to this school, and so she's learning how to become a time traveler. Then also the school is in trouble. There's a whole arc about that. I don't want to go into too much detail. It's more fun to just jump in without knowing what's going on. This is just a setup for the rest of the series. So yeah, there's like 9 books in the series and a bunch of short stories. I did not know that when I picked this up. So it's gonna be fun. But it's such a fun book that I want to continue the series, and I accidentally spoiled myself twice. I was just trying to look at the cover of like one of the newer books or something, and I didn't know which one was which at the time, and I accidentally read the summary. I want to say that they're kind of my major spoilers, but I'm not going to say what they are. But I am excited to continue with the series. This book was really, really funny. If you see this book in the store, I highly recommend reading the summary. I'm not going to read all of it because there's a lot of words. The summary is what drew me in because it just seems so much fun. Like, this book is funny and quirky. It's perfect, and I love it so much. I want to go into more detail in an actual like video, so hopefully that will be coming soon in a few months. Probably with my track record, but hopefully in a few weeks I'll get that out. There's some very serious things that happen as well, and it's an adult book, so lots of swearing. But highly recommend if you want to read it. You should. And then the third book that I read this month was finally, Harry Potter and the Cursed Child. I have avoided literally every spoiler. I somehow did not get spoiled on this book at all, and the struggle, because I go on Tumblr like every day, so the struggle of not getting spoiled, and I have succeeded. I finally read the book. I went into this book not knowing anything. From watching reviews and everything like that, it appears that not many people like this story, and for some reason I love it. I guess there's problems with it, and I thought there's two, and I actually want to make a full video on this too as well. At first I wasn't. I didn't even take notes. I was like, I'm not going to even talk about this book, but I kind of have some stuff to talk about. But I thought these two characters were going to get together, and they didn't. And like, it's not like I care that much. Like, I'm more or less like neutral. I'm like, okay, whatever. But the fact is that there's a couple lines in here that makes it seem that they like each other more than friends, and I'm like, they don't get together at the end, and I'm like, what is happening? Like, there wasn't a lot of hints, but there were hints, and then it was just completely ignored. So that happened. But it was a fun read. I had fun with it. One of the things, though, that I just found weird was Harry Potter, and all of the adults. You guys were children for like 7 years, and then all of a sudden you're married, you have kids. It was really weird. It was really weird to read, and as a lot of people I'm sure say, this is fan fiction, basically. I don't even think, from what I can gather, J.K. Rowling didn't actually write it. I think she, like, approved and was like, yeah, sure, whatever. So this is kind of technically fan fiction, and it does have a fan fiction vibe. Like, that's what I got out of it. This book made me think more of Carry On than Harry Potter. Overall, I did enjoy the story. Like, I love... let's be real, Scorpius is the best character. He had the best lines, and yes, he's my favorite character. I would recommend it, but it's iffy. Like, some people love it and some people hate it. I'm one of those people who loved it. Even with some of its issues, like whenever it comes to a certain story, I don't want to spoil it, but you know, like there's a certain element that came with this story that I love, of course, but I felt like, you know, with this it comes paradoxes, and paradoxes are very frustrating. Those were all the books that I read this month. Just 3. My goal was 5. I read half of the first page of Eve the Awakening, so I don't think that really counts. But I'm gonna read Eve. That's the book I'm planning on reading next and finishing that, and I'm excited. And then after that, I'm planning on finally reading the scripts of Welcome to Night Vale. So excited. Like, I love these. I've obviously listened to it, but there's a lot of stuff that's coming back in Night Vale, like the cassette episode. Like, oh my god, that came back, and I really want to reread stuff. And then Smithwick House was also mentioned way earlier in the season, like episode 20-something was when they mentioned it, and then it comes back now. So I really want to reread this because they're bringing back so many things that happened earlier in the show, and there's pictures, and there's commentary, and I'm so excited to read this. Regarding Welcome to Night Vale, I have tickets to go see them in July, and I'm so excited. Like, as soon as they were available, I had to buy them, and I'm so excited to see them live. It's going to be so great. In regards to TV, I am so far behind on TV. I'm behind on Supernatural, The 100, Jane the Virgin, everything in the Arrowverse. I'm just falling behind on all my shows. I have kept up with Riverdale because that is my guilty pleasure, and I love it so much, and I can't stop watching it. I have to watch it as soon as it comes out. And also iZombie, of course. In regards to movie, there was one that I just wanted to talk about briefly, and then I'll wrap up this wrap-up. And that was Sing, or as I like to call it, The Orbiting Human Circus of the Air, the origin story. I swear to you, the koala bear was John Cameron all the way. And let's be real, I forgot her name. I can't remember anyone's name. Nina or something? The elephant, she was definitely Julie. And I mean, there was even a singing mouse. I mean, come on. This is the Orbiting Human Circus of the Air. In all seriousness, I honestly enjoyed Sing so much. This koala bear is trying to save his theater. It's great, it's fun for the whole family. I did catch I think it was just one adult joke. I feel like I was the only one who got it, but I was laughing. I was like, oh my god, did they really just say that? Their plot lines were so seamless that even though they had plot lines for every one of these characters, the main characters, they all fit together so perfectly and so well, and it was actually just exciting and action-packed. It was an action-packed movie about these people who are putting on basically a talent show, and I don't know, it was so much fun and I enjoyed it thoroughly. I highly recommend it for anyone. It was really fun, and I might actually rewatch it at some point. So those are all the books, movies, TV shows that I wanted to talk about. I hope you enjoyed this video. I will see you next time. Goodbye. And this is unscripted if you can't tell. Premise of this, the first book in a 9-book series. And oh, I myself in the face. I went into this knowing 0 Zero-ness. I just realized that my window has been closed. Like, what is this lighting? There, is the lighting better? Can you guys see my face now? Sorry for that terrible lighting earlier. But now it's beautiful. Kind of. But they did it so seamlessly. There we go. Moving on to the next, oh shit, that's it. That's it. That's all I read. Never mind. I'm gonna wrap up this wrap up. I don't know why I keep making that pun. But I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in my next video. That is not my outro. What the heck? I always forget my outros. It's great.